don't believe it, man. For those of y'all who are tapping in on YouTube, welcome to the 49365 post game show, the last post game show of the year. As we just lost right now, this is real time. I feel I went on a limb. I was like, let me just go on live. JB was FaceTiming me consistently right after the game ended. I couldn't answer the phone. I couldn't pick it up. It's just too much to bear. But I figured I would go on with the people. So I sent JB the link. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to go on right now. I don't know if he has to, get the kids dinner, put them to sleep, etc. But I had to at least get on with the people. It hurts, man. It hurts. Losing that game. I don't know how many unanswered points the Rams scored in the fourth quarter. I think they were down 10, 1-3. So I would guess with simple math, that's 13. Jimmy G, it always starts and ends there, but I feel like we couldn't get anything going on the run game. Jimmy G was playing his best playoff game that he's ever had in his career. And, I was confident that in that last drive, the drive before the last drive, let's start there, right? We start off with the pass and the pressure's getting to him. Ends up being 2nd and 10. You would think, oh, well, we weren't getting anything on the run game anyways. I totally disagree. I feel like that was a mistake. We've seen it in the Super Bowl. We saw it with the Atlanta Falcons. And it just seems like, the low-hanging fruit is that Shanahan never will learn from putting the team in that position where we're up. We have a position to close out the game, but we do these pass plays and it ends up costing us. And I just felt like if we come out that second to last drive running the ball, letting our offensive line go forward, not letting the Rams just pin their ears back and get to Jimmy G and get that pressure and get back on that jittery Jimmy vibe. I thought that was the best thing that we could have done in that scenario on that second to last drive. And we didn't. I want to say we went 3 and out, and they were all 3 passes, if I'm not mistaken. One thing that was very effective during the game that I saw was throwing the ball to the running backs out the backfield. Elijah Mitchell was getting off all those 5 to 10 yard intermediate just check down sort of plays. He was looking like Jimmy G was looking like Tom Brady out there doing that. It was effective for us. We were able to move the ball up the field doing that to consistently the rest of the game. And I just felt like it would have been smart for us to keep at that, to keep that energy going, to keep those plays going. But we weren't able to do that. I think on that last drive, I don't know if it was on the first play or if it was on the second play. I believe it was the first play. Hasty was open. Jimmy G was looking to hit him, and the ball got tipped. And what are you going to say about that? It was right there. It's a game of inches, and there were so many times in this game where we saw that it was a game of inches. Whether it was on that Rams 4th down, where they were going forward and it was short just an inch, or whether it was on the Cooper Kupp touchdown or the big play rather that he made on with 3rd or 4th down where K'Waun Williams was right there but missed it by an inch. Whether it's Jaquiski Tartt missing that interception and it going a little bit off his helmet and him being able to almost get the ball back on the rebound, but it's off by about an inch. And really, you knew it at the time that Jaquiski Tartt miscue, that play where he didn't make that interception, didn't come up with that play. I don't want to make him the GOAT. Jaquiski Tartt's a great player. He's consistent. He's solid. Us 49ers fans, we know the value he brings. I would love if he could come back next year. He's key for our defense. But I think on the national scale, these big time games and things like that, right? I don't want to say this is why he doesn't get that respect, but I mean, you got to make that play if you're going to be that player that's looked at on that level. You just have to. He knows that. The team knows that. We know that. It's like he would have, liked to make that play. I know that, but he didn't. And it's just frustrating. I feel like that Jaquiski Tartt play was basically a representation of really the game. Like I feel like that was the turning point in the game. When you look back, it's that Jaquiski Tartt play. That's what it is. And when you think about it, that play allowed 3 points on the board. We lost the game by 3 points. That's the game.
It was, bro. But it was. I'm listening to the 49ers post game, and they was like Joe Staley. He was saying like kind of like how Kyle Williams thing. It's like it is, but it's not. It's not all the way on him. And obviously, if he makes that play, it's a different type of game.
Yeah,
but,
I was just
huh?
Yeah, I know you're coming in a little bit late. I was just saying, like, yeah, there's other things. It's tough to make him the GOAT. He's had a great season. You know, he knows he made missed that play. You know, it's tough to be like, oh, this is the play. But I'm more so saying that was the beginning of the end. And we felt that. Like that was the play. Like, yeah, you have to be able to react to those things. Oh, you didn't make that play, come back. But then, you know, Cooper Kupp ends up getting that huge play, but it's off by inches.
No, the DBs, like Dante Whitner said, and I agree with him, the secondary let us down today. The secondary, I mean, you know, you had that one play at the beginning of the game, but I mean, they was eating. Odell and Cooper Kupp both had over 100 yards.
Well, I would say this. If you're going to say the secondary let it, I mean, yes, Odell and Cooper Kupp had over 100 yards, but you can still win playing that brand of football. Like I said,
Yeah, okay, and we couldn't run the ball. So
yeah, well, okay, well, you're okay. Well, what do you want to start with? You're talking about.
No, I'm just saying, like,
right?
No, I'm saying multiple. I'm just, I guess I'm just listening to things that hurt us today.
Sure, and I'm just responding and saying that if you want to put it on the secondary, that's fine. But at the same time, I feel like the way the Rams were playing, they knew that they couldn't run the ball. It was very clear their game plan was we're going to keep passing the ball. So if you do that, yes, Cooper Kupp's going to get 100, OBJ is going to get 100. That's not the end of the world. The end of the world is you have to be able to make those turnovers. Jimmy G, K1, they combined in the first quarter for that big play. The end of the game, Jaquiski Tartt, if he makes that turnover, do we have a different? The Rams scored what, 17? How many points did they score? 20 points? I mean, that's fine. That's not you can put it on the DBs, but that's the type of game that it was. You know, like that's just the type of game it was, and it was a game of inches. K1 almost had that tip on Cooper Kupp. I would say this: the Rams are in the NFC Championship game for a reason. They're in the Super Bowl now for a reason. These games, like as fans, we watch this team all year. We watch our team and we say, "Oh, we should have been able to do this. We should have been able to do this." Well, that's a good team too. Okay, so you can't just be like, oh, our DBs let us down. Like, no, I would say that interception that could have been by Jaquiski Tartt, I'm not going to say that was just the ultimate reason why we lost. Yes, you mentioned the run game. Yes, we can talk about Jimmy in the last drive. We can talk about the offense in the last drive, not putting it all on Jimmy. But that was the beginning of the end for me. The Jaquiski Tartt would-be interception. You make that play, we have all the momentum. We do what we do. You don't make that play, they get 3. They win the game by 3. You know, and it's just like, it just kind of snowballs. You just felt it at the time. Like this is the Super Bowl for us, dog. Like you have to make that play. And Jaquiski's been a great player. Like 49ers fans will tell you all about how great he is. And like the stats don't do anything. And yeah, he doesn't get the interceptions and he doesn't. Well, these are the type of things on a national scale in these big time games. Like you have to make that play. And I know he knows that. You saw him on the sideline, Fred Warner consoling him after that. Like, look, we know what it is, but that's where the game turned. So I get what Whitner's saying. Yeah, the secondary let us down, whatever. I don't look at it that way.
Bro,
Cooper Kupp and OBJ are they're great receivers in this league.
Bro, I feel you, bro. But
they're gonna get there.
At the end of the day, like they was like we didn't really have. It didn't feel like we had an answer for the passing.
Turnovers was the answer. Turnovers was the answer. We had a few opportunities and turnovers was the answer. Yeah, we had a few sacks and we finally got to them.
Yeah, all I'm saying is that though. I mean, it just didn't seem like we had. Like it just seemed like we were on the ropes in terms of like, okay, whatever zone, man, it just felt like they were getting like it was every time Stafford threw the ball, like especially underneath or whatever, it just didn't seem like we had answers for that.
They're so good players.
I feel them on that. And then offensively, you know, they whatever they did, they eliminated the run game. They came out there with the we gotta be physical, and they actually were able to sustain the physicality. And so, you know, like you said, they are a good team, so credit to them. But yeah, I mean, it's just one of them games, bro. My you know, Ace, bro, he was in tears, crying. I'm like, damn, like I didn't even know you was cared like that. I was just like, damn, that remind me of me being a youngster crying in the game after the game, and I'm like, man, shit hurt, bro.
Yeah, I mean, the Rams are going to the Super Bowl, the Rams in LA. You know, like this was a home game for us. All the fans that spent all that money to come out there, everything was in our favor. Jimmy G was having his best football game, best playoff game of his career. I said he was looking like Tom Brady out there hitting those checkdowns to Elijah Mitchell. I feel like that was our bread and butter really on offense, was getting the check down to Elijah Mitchell. That was the play that was really working for us. He was getting 10, 12. We couldn't get anything in the run game, but when Elijah Mitchell can get in space, he was able to do what he did. What was he able to do? And I just feel like towards the end of the game, the last 2 drives, I would have loved to see us come out running the ball on the second to last drive. On the last drive, I know they put Hasty in the game. He's the third down, you know, end the game back. That's fine. And I know Jimmy was trying to go to him when that play got tipped. But it's a game of inches. And the Cooper Cup play that he made over K1 doesn't get tipped. The play to Hasty does get tipped, and we lose the game. So it's just accumulation of things. But again, I feel like the Jaquiski Tartt play was the beginning of the end. Jimmy G, he could have hit Kittle in the first quarter. That would have been great, but he's not perfect. We know he's not perfect. He's not able to make that play. But the rest of the game, in the middle of the game, he played pretty well. Then there was the fake Jalen Ramsey interception that could have been. And then the last drive, just statue in the pocket. Even if he's going to roll out, we're not expecting good things when he rolls out because it's just always an interception or a would-be interception. I hate to harp on Jimmy G because he had a really, really, really good game. I was really rocking with Jimmy G. You said on the second to the last drive, and same thing that Shanahan was thinking, we got to ride with Jimmy G. We can't get the run game going. We got to pass it. No. We should have been able to run the ball to begin that drive. I think it may have gone a little bit different, even if we only got 1, 2, 3 yards. You still got to be able to run the ball and not be able to just have the defensive line for the Rams just, pin their ears back on you. It's tough. It's tough sledding like that, man. It just is. And
I feel it, man. I feel it, but I'm not mad at Shanahan's like game planning down the stretch. Like I'm just not like I said, like we could have ran it, like we could have
Falcons
doing it, but it was like literally the whole game, nothing was coming off of it. So it's not like
Falcons against the Patriots.
But that's different to me, different scenario. It's not like we were, it was like, all right, we're down. It's like we're trying to win the game and we're not first, but the one drive, it was 1st and 10. Every single play we run the ball and it was 2nd and 10, 2nd and 11.
But it's still better than. But it's still better than how we started off. 1st and 10 to 2nd and 10 when you run the ball is different from 1st and 10 to 2nd and 10 when you pass the ball and nothing's there. To me, in my opinion, call me crazy.
I feel you. Like I said, I'm just not gonna go there in terms of like blaming.
Where are you going? What's your thoughts on the game then, JB? Overall, like I know you came in a little bit late. This is the 49365 post game show. Make sure y'all tap in with us at 49x365. We're gonna get to the comment section for sure. Appreciate y'all rocking. JB, what were your thoughts on the game? Like, what was it then?
My thoughts on the game was we weren't able to run the ball. Like that, they stopped our run. And the way the Debo hit, they was hitting Debo. Like Debo got off, but the fact they came out with the safety, they was hitting Debo. With special teams, they was hitting Debo. So the defense came ready. They wanted it. They wanted it. And then the Stafford Stafford came, and we didn't have an answer for Stafford and OBJ and Cooper Cup. We didn't have an answer. So it was that's pretty much to me how the game boiled down to. And then the big letdown from Tartt, that was huge. That was a huge part of the game. But like I said, OBJ and Stafford, we just couldn't stop them. And then that little tight end, the new tight end, it was like he was getting off. So bro, it's just
I gotta say, man, I'm in LA right now. For those of y'all who don't know, it's fireworks going on. I had to talk to my neighbor after and congratulate them. I had to go over, like, I'm out here in enemy territory. Everybody's got the Rams jersey, fireworks out of nowhere. It's a tough, man. Like after that interception, JB was calling me. I had to just go to my bed and lay down for a second. I had to just take it in, like, wow, we really let this go again. I didn't think I was going to be as disappointed as I was. We talked about that yesterday, JB, about, being so close and how disappointed or not we were going to be at the end of the game. I mean, I do feel like we were playing with house money. All those things were in our favor, but that's why I was so upset because it was just there for us. And I feel like, we didn't execute. The last drive we had basically, we had to call it? What was the situation? We have a delay of game. I forget exactly what it was. We had self-inflicted wounds that we just didn't seem like we were ready for. In the fourth quarter, we just kind of faltered a little bit. We just kind of like the gas was running out. The tank was on E. I just felt like we didn't finish off the game. Like, it's one thing to lose if we're like, marching down the field a little bit and they make a play. Like, I just feel like it was a little self-inflicted. That's what I feel like. And I know we couldn't run the ball all game.
The last two times we had the ball, we didn't get a first down. Like we didn't do nothing.
That's just disappointing. That's what I'm saying. Like, those are the times, like, you can't have penalties. You can't have things where you're going back and Jimmy's at statue. Like, I just felt like, to me, the play that was working was the Elijah Mitchell, throw it out of the backfield, a little check down. And I know they tried to do that, but it was tipped. And there's not much I could say about that because it was tipped, but it's just like what could have been, man. Shout out to Jimmy. Jimmy played well. It was unfortunate that he couldn't hit Kittle in the beginning of the game. I thought that was a huge play that he missed. But in the middle of the game, the good portion of the game, he was playing very well. Had his best playoff, game. And then, but to end it, the Jalen Ramsey throw, the scrambling out the pocket, it's like anytime he goes out the pocket, it's like don't expect like if it's Mahomes or somebody. I mean, Mahomes is a bad example, but if it's any
Yeah,
quarterback
right.
kind of scrambling out the pocket, it's like, oh shit, what's going to happen? What big play is going to be out there? With us, it's like,
Hey, bro,
hold your
I
breath.
feel like Jennings could have had a touchdown on that play.
It was open because Ramsey cheated down. He could have had a touchdown. He could have had a touchdown. And but what do you really expect from Jimmy there? I'm not even trying to sound like a hater on Jimmy. Like I'm trying to give him his
bro.
props.
Like at the end of the day, bro, like I rock with Jimmy. Like I mean, he probably gonna be somewhere next year, and when players leave, like it's always the logo, and so. But right now, man, I feel real bad for Jimmy. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was seeing him on the sideline, just his look in his face, like the defeat. I think my wife said he was crying on the sideline.
He played well.
My wife said he was crying on the sideline, like he had tears coming down his eyes. Debo was crying. That's what. Then after Debo was crying, that's what made my son cry. Ace was crying, and I was like, bro, I want to cry right now, bro. I want to cry. I want to let it out, man. But
the vengeance statement by George Kittle does not come to fruition, and it's just so sad, man. Like it's just so sad. Did George Kittle only have that one touchdown catch, and that was it? Or maybe he had that other catch down the middle, maybe two, maybe another one too. I just feel like we're not involving him enough. A lot of issues you can get to, but overall, we had a chance to win the game. It was right there for us, so it's hard to criticize Shanahan too much. The end of the first half, I think on the outside looking in, the stats would prove, and people like Dave Lombardi would probably tweet out that, like, Shanahan and the team has been great ending out halves. Like, we've been the best team in the NFL, one of the best teams with getting points and things like that. I feel it. I just feel like, and again, these are small criticisms, but I've always had that issue with Shanahan. I feel like to end this first half, we could have been aggressive in going for 7, but we definitely had the mindset of going for 3. Even to close this game out, like we didn't call the timeout ahead of the 2-minute warning. We called it on the end of the 2-minute warning. It's like, why do you even do things like that? Like, why? But that's the way we wanted to play. That's the way Shanahan coaches, and I can't knock him too much because we had a chance to win that game. And, from the season that we've had, I'm definitely rocking with Shanahan. He's definitely proved that, he is that dude. But this is one of those games, man, that it just hurts, man. All the fans that came out there, the vibe. We're so close to the Super Bowl to play the Bengals, not even the Chiefs, the Bengals, who we've already beat. And now the Rams get a chance to do that in their home field. Like, it's just so annoying. Like, we're basically getting them to the Super Bowl. It's just,
hey, bro, when we scored that touchdown with Kittle, like I was juiced, but like I wasn't even yelling or anything.
Yep, we talked after that play, and you were like, we had to come out on defense, and what they do? They marched down the field, and they got 7, right?
I think, yeah.
They got 7 right after that. They marched down the field and got 7 with that Cooper Kupp play on 3rd down. That
was like, man, like it was just like I said, bro, like I said, I don't know. It's just we could not stop Stafford and McVay, whoever we want to call it, Stafford with McVay, and that's McVay, they got their guy. Jared Goff Jared Goff isn't putting that type of pressure on us.
Yeah, I mean, Matthew Stafford was back there. He's getting pressured, and I thought Sean McVay, he called those challenges, which were terrible calls to me, in my opinion. Then he, had the timeout early. Like, I feel like you can see it in his face. He was getting pressed. He was getting out coached. Yeah. I just did not think he was having a good game personally. But looking at how the game played out, the mindset of we're not even going to try to run the ball. We're just going to go with our quarterback and go with our wide receivers and put it in their hands and do what we can to do the quick game and do all these screen passes and do all, like, it worked. I mean, overall, the whole game, it worked. I think our game plan, Whitner and you maybe would say, like, our DBs kind of let us down. I more so was like, this team, to me, it seems like a game where keep them under 300 yards and get, like, 2 turnovers, whether it's sack, fumble, whether it's, interceptions. And we had our opportunity to get our 2 turnovers. We had it right there. And Jaquiski Tartt didn't finish the deal. It sounds like hella, harsh and stuff. I know Tavarius said he doesn't deserve the blame. That Ward hit also cost us. I mean, the Ward hit doesn't matter if Tartt comes up with the interception. It doesn't matter. I mean,
that was intense, bro. Like, that was really intense. I was like, that was just like, damn, like, you don't, like, that was, I mean, yeah, that one, and it's weird because it's like this team has been, it's just that's why these games is really just about that window of 3 hours, because you would think that you know, we got guys with experience. We got guys who are battle tested. We got guys who, you know, like you said, like if it comes down to it, like the pressure and blah blah blah, blah, and it's like at the end of the day, like that was
Out
you,
the window.
that was him folding right there. That was just right there. He folded, took his mind. Like the moment was too big for him
Yes.
in that
It's
play.
tough to say. It's like, oh, but what else are you gonna say? Like, it's right there for you. Like, it's right there to you, right? Like, you have to make that play, you know. And it's gonna be tough for him. It's gonna be very tough for him.
Yeah, you already tweeted.
No, what do you say?
I retweeted it. He said, no excuses. I deserve all the criticism my way. Exclamation point. Opportunity I dreamed of. I came up short. Exclamation point. Let my brothers down. Exclamation point. It still won't define me as a person player. Only will get stronger and better. Hashtag believe that.
Yeah, I believe it. You know, Tart is a great dude. You know, like it's you gotta be concerned with somebody's mental health after something like that. Honestly, but at the point remains though, like I can't like not criticize him. You know, like it is what it is. Like
Yeah, he
that.
said he knows criticism coming in. I mean, at the end of the day, like that got to be tough for him, bro. Because you know he's saying this ain't gonna define him, and
Mm,
like
yeah.
I mean, yeah, you say like it's like man, like well, I don't know, like when things like that happen, it's like that is hard. It's hard for it's probably gonna be hard to like you know get past that. Honestly, I mean, you know, not have that in the back of your mind is I guess is what I'm trying to say. You know, but
Yeah, man. Run game was the reason we lost. I mean, yeah, the run game couldn't get it going, but again, I feel like I got to look at the stats, but I feel like those plays to Elijah Mitchell as checkdowns was working very effectively. Like, and
oh
Debo
yeah,
was
I
still
mean
able to get
he was
yards, you
getting
know.
loose on
So
them. He was getting loose on them, but yeah, they I don't know, bro. It was like you know they I don't know what it was, but they found a way to really limit. I mean, Debo had his. Debo definitely got his, but they kind of
Ayuk had some plays too. I mean, yeah, Jennings didn't do like Jennings had that big play, the first down that he got. I mean, Kittle, we didn't really give him the ball. I just felt like I wasn't that impressed by the Rams. Yeah, they did stop our run game. I'm not gonna, they did stop our run game. And we got a Ram fan in here talking about they just bust our ass. I mean, for sure. I love when it's a close game that goes down to the wire and you have like opposing fans, teams like those type of fans who are like, oh yeah, we tore y'all up, man. We scraped y'all. We like, yeah, man, Rams are like, come on, bro. It was not that type of game at all. You know what I mean? It just wasn't. But hey, you want to believe it like that? You won the game. So what
man,
am
bro.
I gonna say?
It's
I'm
like
just
I
doing a
mean, bro,
podcast
they
on the
won.
Niners, right?
They could. Hey, they won. They could talk shit. You can't. I mean, if you get
Whatever. I knew
mad,
we
that's
lost
fine.
at the beginning of the fourth quarter. The running game did nothing. 10-point lead squandered. Yeah, Tart dropped that pick, but the play calling ultra conservative and was because when we became the victim. I mean, I thought the play calling in a sense wasn't conservative enough. That's my opinion. I feel like you got to keep running the ball even if you're only getting 2-3 yards because the alternative is
But
having
no,
them
we
pin their
did
ears
the
back on
ball.
Jimmy and he's throwing incompletions on first down anyway. So what's the difference? You're not getting those yards and
We
our
running
offensive
the
line is
ball.
getting. You have to protect your offensive line. Basically, you got to protect your offensive line. So that second to last drive, I would have really preferred if we would have came out running. But even before that drive, Shanahan seemed like he predetermined we're gonna come out here and do what we do. It would have been so dope if we put in Trey at that point. Let's see. Passing on first down was working after running game wasn't getting yards. I feel it, but not on that second to last drive. It wasn't working then because we went 3 and out.
Yeah, man. But like I said, bro, I'm not like I mean,
The 4th and
know,
2 play, we could have went for it. That's true. But again, conservative game plan. I can't get mad because everything worked out to where we had the opportunity to win the game at the end of the day. And Jimmy's been,
yeah, I mean, kind
that's
of,
what
but
people want to say. Like,
not
oh, say
really.
what you want. But at the end of the game, Croc said, we should talk to Croc after this one. Croc said there's only like 2 quarterbacks he would take over Jimmy in that exact scenario that we were just in, where he just threw an interception, where he just tried to where's a statue in the pocket. That's what he said. So, and that's what
Yeah,
Shanahan's thinking, being conservative and whatnot. Like, hey, let's set this up where Jimmy's gonna have an opportunity to win it at the end. I was confident, but it didn't work out.
I mean, I don't know. I just was like, I just feel like you can't. You can't just. I can't rely on that, man. I can't rely on magic, on Jimmy, the Jimmy magic. Like,
We
I
do.
mean,
Our team does. Clearly, Shanahan did because again, we didn't go for it on that 4th and 2.
yeah,
Those are the
yeah,
decisions.
bro.
Like that's what the game is. It's those decisions. It was definitely a game of inches. It was a game of close decisions. You know, I do have to tip my cap to the Rams because again, I feel like although Sean McVay, I feel like he got out coached and all those sort of things. That when you look back on the game, he kind of didn't. Like his plan kind of worked. And Stafford, you know, I feel like we had
Yeah,
our
bro.
opportunities. If Tart just makes that pick, you know, is the game going differently? But hey, our guys don't make the plays, so you know that's on them to trust that.
Yeah.
Hey, the Niners DBs aren't that great. They're going to give up some pass interferences. They're going to give up some open plays, and they're going to not be able to capitalize on some interceptions. That's what happened, you know.
Hey,
And there's
bro.
nothing really to
Hey.
be said about
So
that.
check this out. Check this out, man. Like I know we just this is the end of this is we just literally ended the year, but it's like with the DBs, how do we move forward? Like, you know, you
I
got
think it's the
K1,
NFL.
he's good, you got Tardy's good, you got Jimmy's good, but it's like they are getting older, you know. It's and even with K1, like he's great, you know, but it's like I
Yeah, I
don't know. It's
mean,
like
bro,
I guess the grass is not always greener because it's like who you gonna get in there
we
to
got
lock down?
Demo. We got Demo, and you have to be able to see if we can develop players. Like Demo's supposed to be that slot of the future, so maybe he'll develop. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. We saw how Ambry kind of developed this year. I think you're still gonna have to draft a corner at some point, but I think you want to bring back Tart, and maybe this interception on a failed interception is gonna help us be able to get him on a on some sort of deal because I just don't know what a market for a guy like that is. He's been so solid, but at the same time, he's not dynamic. So and safeties aren't. It's like running back where you know they're not getting paid that much anyway. So I don't know what his market's going to be like. I really don't. So I do think it's going to be feasible to bring him back, especially if we move off from Jimmy. And so I would like to see us move off from Jimmy and you know, Garoppolo and get Tart back and you know draft a corner at some point. But to me, like I think we have to rely more on our offense to be successful. And hopefully with Trey and the element that he could potentially bring to scramble and get some first down, bring some plays to the run game, even just passing the ball down the field. Hopefully Trey will be able to take the team to that next level offensively. Defensively, you know, basically be able to bring the band back for the most part. And you know, I don't want to get too much into the offseason and stuff like that, but that's what we're hoping for, I think, with this team. I think it's gonna be tough to keep winning the way that we're doing. We're gonna have to need more from our offense. It's 2022. This is how the NFL is. You know, I think it's great that we play a different style than most people and we can continue to play that smash mouth football, but I think we need a little bit more finesse in our game. You know, you're going to have to be able to go downfield and do those sort of things. And hopefully Trey can bring that
Yeah,
element.
man, we gotta really, you know, like I said, man, the way they beat us, it was just like you know, receivers and versus DBs, like it was like pitch and catches, and it was like yeah, man, like I don't know, like the Debo shit is like bro, like how could he? I guess my point is like how are you able to carry that over the long term, just running back, kick return, like everything, Debo, you know, and I get it. You want the best guys to have the rock, so you know I get it. But it just looked like I don't know. It looked like the juice kind of was like he looked like he was running like on 40% on fourth quarter. You know, it just didn't
I
look.
disagree. I disagree.
I'm
Debo looked
saying he just
fine.
looked like
I thought.
he didn't look as fresh as he just didn't look as fresh to me. Like that's all I'm
Okay,
saying.
I disagree. I feel like he was getting first downs. He was doing his thing. We just couldn't get him the ball and you know good opportunities. You know good
Saying like
spots.
the
Like
kick return and shit like that, where it's
that
like
was a tough kick return, bro. Like it basically almost went out of bounds. Like he's trying to get all
I
the way back. Like
feel it. I feel it. It just seemed like he was
I
just a
think
little
you watch back
tired
the
to
game,
me,
you'll
bro.
change your opinion a little bit because to me that wasn't like Debo's not explosive. It was like it just didn't work out well for him on that kick return. He made a bunch of plays during that game, you know. So I don't know. I feel like Debo, but to your point about relying on him too much, that's a valid point, and that's why I say about Mostert. If we had a guy like Mostert, like that changes our offense so much. You know, just having that speed element, that explosive element from a running back position. You know, we need a speed player at the running back position. We need that. We need that element in our game. And
What's his
we
name?
just didn't have
Run
that this year, most of it going out. But yeah, I mean, look, when you look back, it sucks right now. It's real tough, Faithful, I know, but when you look back on it, the season to me, I mean, I know you know, fans, JB yourself, you know, probably gonna be like, oh, this is a failed season because we didn't go to the Super Bowl, we didn't win. We had a great opportunity to do that. We definitely did. But at the same
Man,
time,
I ain't even on that. I don't know, failed season or none of that type of shit. It just sucks right now, bro. That's how I
yeah.
just, you know, I'm just like, it's like, damn, bro.
I can't believe
Like,
it. I just it really hurts, man. It really hurts. It really hurts.
yeah, man. Like that's
Um,
what I'm saying, bro. It hurts, bro. It hurts really bad. You know, I ain't gonna front. I ain't gonna try to. ask you. We gonna be honest on this show, man. We're gonna be honest about it, man. I'm sad. I'm hurt. You know, all that type of shit. I'm just sad, bro. I mean, it is what it is, man. I'm not gonna fight it. I'm not gonna fight the feeling. You know, it feels like we just never we never win the big games, man. Like I know we win the big games, but it's like we never. Yeah, I mean, this sounds very what's the word?
Pessimistic.
Privileged. It's like we ain't won since '94 and shit like that, and hell teams haven't. But it's like, man, like this couldn't like why couldn't we just have this be our year?
Yeah, no, I feel it. I thought it was. I thought everything was aligning. The stars were aligning. The football gods were aligning. I mean, we've had the Seattle Seahawks have had 2 playoffs wins since their Super Bowl loss. You know, like we've had 2 playoff wins this postseason. I mean, it's not like we haven't had success and we haven't won big games. I mean, you're so pessimistic and so negative. It's crazy. Like I hear your point about we haven't won the Super Bowl, but like just say that. Like don't say like we haven't won big games. Like there's plenty of fan bases that will kill for the amount of success that we have been able to have. We have Shanahan, which is the second,
on,
you know,
man.
Shanahan and McVay are the second longest tenured head coaches in the NFC behind Pete Carroll. We have him. There's plenty of things that to be optimistic about with this team. Like I love this fan base. I love the way they travel.
I guess you take my thoughts and my feelings. Maybe you don't like the way I say things. I'm just expressing my feelings. I don't like. Stop putting a pessimistic thing on me. I'm just sad and I'm upset and I'm hurt right now. I wish we won the Super Bowl. I'm hurt. All right, that's all it is. Like you make me defensive when you keep on saying you're so pessimistic. Like, bro, don't name calling, bro. I'm not name
I'm
calling
not name
you.
calling.
Don't
I'm
name
just stating
me.
facts with how your outlook
Don't
is.
name call me,
You're
bro.
expressing your
Don't name
feelings.
call me. Don't name
Okay.
call me,
Well,
bro.
okay. Well,
Don't.
you're
I'm not
expressing
name
your
calling
feelings.
you, huh?
Okay. Well, I'm just saying you're expressing your feelings. You know, your
Yes.
feelings to me seem to be on the
I
glass
I
half empty
preferenced it.
side.
I said beforehand. This sounds like a privileged thing, and when I said the big game,
Yes.
my point was we don't win. Like my point was Ravens Super Bowl. My point was Seattle NFC
Super
Championship,
Bowls.
a
I
cheap
mean,
Super Bowl, and
but there's
then
other games that we've and I'm just bringing up all the other positive things to be optimistic about with this
no,
team. It's
I
okay
feel
to
it. I
have.
feel it. But I guess my point is we haven't won the Super Bowl. That's my point.
Yeah,
That's my
that's
point.
fine, and
No, I know
that
we
you can
won.
say that.
I know we've won some big games, but my point
We
is like,
have. We
we
have
we
won.
get
We
we get sent packing, you
Yes,
know.
we've won big games. We own certain teams in this league. You know what I'm saying? Like we've done a lot of great things, but of course when you like you said privileged and you want to, you know, it's Super Bowl or bust, it's tough because we haven't done that, you know, and I think like, you know, like the Cowboys would kill for our success that we've had in the past, you know, since they've won too, right? But I mean, we've at least done things, we've been relevant, not just from our name, you know what I'm saying? Like that's very true. But at the same time, we haven't won similar to the Cowboys. Neither of us have won. So it's like, what's at the end of the day, like, would you rather be not make the playoffs or would you rather lose in the Super Bowl? You know, that's a question that people have different answers to. But optimistically, there's a lot of bright spots, but this isn't the time for that because we just lost and we're all, you know, in our emotions. It feels tough. You know, like I said, there's fireworks going on around me here in LA. I had to go over to my neighbors, congratulate them, you know, on their season, all the Rams jerseys out there. Everybody's gloating in front of my face. I mean, this shit is the worst, man. Like I was telling you with this game, like it's the lady's you know, B-Day. It was her birthday on Friday. Her family's over, you know, the in-laws over, you know, everybody's you know, here the first half of the game, and I'm just like not able to get in my typical ritual of slapping music, getting ready, getting on. Don't want to look like I'm the crazy guy, you know what I'm saying, in front of the fam. And you know, so already with the beginning of the game, the energy was a little bit off. But we came out, it wasn't perfect. You know, the Kittle open play that Jimmy missed, just absolutely missed, where it's like, bro, what the hell? The ending of the first half, where I felt like we could have been aggressive and try to go for 7, but Shanahan is so conservative and just does not want to lose the game. And I feel it. It's a big game. There's sometimes they're lost and not won. So I'm not gonna like criticize them too much because we had an opportunity, but we weren't aggressive to end the first half. You know, and then the second half comes out. We're doing our thing. It's looking good. I'm talking big shit. McVay's looking like he's basically folded. I mean, the challenges, the look of in his face. I'm feeling the pressure starting to creep up on for them. But at the same time, when that happens, you have to take advantage of those opportunities, and we did not. We did not take advantage.
I mean, at the end of the day, bro, we were up 17-7. Like it was like
and
It
lost
was like
20-7.
yeah, man. So it was 17-7 right there. All we needed, like that's like we just needed
Make a
we
play.
needed
Somebody make a
D
play.
to yeah, and it was just the D that like that when they was able to drive all the way down, score a touchdown, like that was like damn, like this game like if you stop them right there, now we cooking. Now we
Cooking
could
with hot
like
grease.
now
Same thing with
now
same thing with the Tart pick though. The Tart pick like is a little bit
no,
more
I feel it.
frustrating because the Tart pick is more frustrating though because it was right there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like the stopping it. It's like oh they're great players too. They're this too. Like we were almost there, inches away, game of inches. They're a good team too. They're here for a reason. But the Tart play is like it's there. Like those are the easy plays you have to make. You know. So maybe I'm being too like. But I feel like that was if like that play was the beginning of the end. You just felt it. Like I just felt like that was the Wasp play in the Super Bowl, right? Where it's just like, oh shit. Like, okay, like we had it, it's right there. You know, 3rd and long, they get it. We had it, it's right there. Tart's there for the interception, he drops it. Like you don't finish games. I don't know what that is. I think that there's individual things, but the mojo ran out. At the end of the day, the mojo ran out.
It ran out, bro.
I'm just pissed the way the game ended. I noticed Jimmy tried to throw the ball away this game on several plays than any other game I've seen him play. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know about that. Yeah, I mean, they were able to get it. Just Jimmy.
The ball away. Shout out to Grant. Grant was kind of asking them questions. So
Yeah,
like
with Jimmy, it was very glaring and very obvious. As good as he played that, man, like his you even look at like Joe Burrow today, a pocket quarterback, but he's able to get out that when he needs. He's able to move around a little bit when he needs to. Like he's not just gonna be a statue out there. Jimmy is like his mobility. I don't know if it's since his ACL or what, but like his mobility is just it's laughable. It's like the way he is in the pocket, the way that he can't get out, the way that anytime he breaks out the pocket, it's a bad thing because he's gonna throw an interception. If he's gonna scramble, it's gonna probably be a fun. Like his mobility and his just not being able to do the quick throw if it's not there instantly, like it is laughable. Honestly, it's not good.
Bro,
it's not good.
You got me ready to act like T.O. right now and say that's my quarterback. Because
Yeah,
I don't know.
Jimmy. He played.
You feel me? I just
what are you gonna say?
That's Jimmy right now, bro. It is what it is, bro. We already know. Like we already know this is like Jimmy's. It's over, man. We already know, bro ain't coming back. You feel me?
Just, I don't know that. Shoot, I don't know that. We'll hear what the press conferences say and all that, but I don't know that. I would hope, I would think, but you never know with this team and all the shenanigans that the Shanahans play. So, another season of Troy and Buck on the call, like you said, and us going down. I know I'm gonna get all the texts now from all the fans of different teams. All the you got to go through that whole process now and stuff. Even though our team made it a lot further than any of their teams, but it's still like just kick us when we're down. And I don't know, man. Like I was telling my lady before the game, win or lose, it's pretty much the same thing. Obviously we want to win, but our energy and the way we talk about this team and the energy and the motion that it takes, it's pretty much the same. And so on that end, pretty much same as always, right? I'm disappointed. I know you're disappointed. I don't know if you had any other closing thoughts. I just wanted to get on real quick. Originally, this was going to be a FaceTime call, but I was like, F it. Let's just get on the podcast real quick. Put some content out before we I don't know if I'm – do you think you're going to shut down or you think you're going to watch and tap into everything? What do you think?
I don't feel like watching stuff tomorrow, bro. I don't feel like watching none of the. I think I need to lock in and focus on other things. On I feel like this shit has been like just on the phone, refreshing YouTube, watching all the sports things. But hey, this dude East Bay Chris said, I hear everyone saying that it was a special season for the 49ers, and I do agree. But please respect my decision to fall into a deep depression. Thanks. Oh, the real. Because that's what everybody go. It is so, everybody go. We all trying to cope. Then that's what,
imagine my thoughts and prayers go out to the fans who are at the game who spent thousands of dollars on tickets and it was right there for them. You know what I'm saying? Like it was right there, and you got to go back and their NFC champion Rams and the banners and shit and the confetti and the Super Bowl next week here at SoFi. Whose house? like, and it was right there for us to win. That's why it's so upsetting because it's like we. I hate saying this. I always say this, but like we were the better team. It's like we were the better team. We were the better team.
Who?
But Jimmy G, I don't know. In our run
Hey,
game,
yeah, bro. I can't say we were the better team. We couldn't
we were the
stop
better
them
team.
boys. Yeah. Stafford was diamond. Like you couldn't. I can't say we was the better team, man. The better
I
team
feel like we were the
won.
better team.
We can't all like how we the better team but got no rings. Never. Tell me we was
I
a
mean, that
better team
happens
in
in football.
2012. Better team in 2000. What is that? 13, 14, whatever that year was. With the Seahawks. Better team versus the Giants. But no, we
Yeah,
not the better team,
yeah.
bro. I feel it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
And that's really, I think that's a good point you bring because I would say we were the better team in all three of those scenarios: the Seahawks, the Giants, this scenario, even the Ravens. That's four scenarios, and
Chiefs.
it's like at some point, who the fuck cares? Win the game. At some point,
That's
like
what I'm
even if
saying.
you're
Like
not the better
the
team,
like,
or if you are, win the game. Like you're a better team, but you never can win the game. Like and like, but but you go the previous week. Like I don't know if we were the better team against the Packers. I think but I don't know if we were the better team against the Packers. But I feel like we were the better team against the Rams. And it's just maybe it catches up to you. I don't know, but it's definitely frustrating. And yeah, we have a lot to look forward to in this offseason in terms of big decisions that we're gonna make. But let's hear what the guys say about a revenge tour this time. I wonder if Kittle had any sound bites on the sideline about vengeance and coming back on this one. We'll
you
see.
on Kittle.
No, I'm not on. I'm just saying like it's just as a fan, it's just like it's just tiring. And as a player, I know they're all upset too. Of course, they're more upset than we are. As just as whatever side you're looking at it from, it's just frustrating being this close to it. And again, it's slipped out of our hands, out of our grasp. It's tough, man. It's tough.
It's very tough, bro. It's like bro, it's like Groundhog Day, bro. It's like tough season. Like, okay, now let's get excited about next. Let's think about next season. What do we? Let's think about next season, man. Like I said, bro. I really like when my son when I seen Ace crying like that, really crying. I was like, bro, I want to cry so bad right now. Like, I want to cry so bad right now, and it feels like. It's like, why is this got to happen to us? Like I said, take this shit personally. Like you
Yeah,
said,
man. Like, what
there's
do
a
we do?
huh?
I really felt like that's such a good point because I just feel like, yeah, why did this have to happen to us, man? Like the way, like we were supposed to win that game, and
And that's the reason, bro. I'm gonna be honest, man. That's the reason why you talking about have confidence, have this, like, bro. First of all, Brendan, cousin, were you even watching the Super Bowl the year we won? Like, were you even were you even bro? Were you even old enough?
I mean, yeah, I
I'm
was
saying like
5. I was.
I'm
It
saying,
wasn't
bro,
like
that
I
was
was.
the first year I watched the game.
Yeah,
I'm saying, if you have you ever even witnessed a Super Bowl win?
us winning. No, I mean not like
Okay,
really
then.
to be able to like really tap in and care about it and internalize it and whatnot.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I'm not. I'm just saying, like, you feel me? Like, that was like the first. It's like, bro, confidence, like
That
that's
has
it, bro.
nothing to do with this team, though. Like you're like you
But
really.
I feel you, but it has to do with just, bro, like this, just like it just
Like I
never
said, we
happens.
could have won. We could have lost this game, and we did lose this game. But it's okay to, as a fan, be confident. There's nothing that we do that has bearing on this
No, I
game.
feel you. I feel you. I'm not. I
The
respect
game
you.
played out pretty much how I thought it would. Like it bared out pretty much how I thought it was, and like I had confidence all the way to the end until we didn't win. So the game bared out how I thought it was. It wasn't like it was like a much different game than I thought it was going to be. We just couldn't get it done, and I had confidence that we would, but
No, I
the
feel
guys
you, man.
lost.
I feel you, bro. I guess my point is just, like I said, it's just like I don't know, like you gotta, like I don't know, you got a girlfriend or something, and like she gonna cheat. She done been cheating on you, man. She always cheat on you, and it's like or something. I don't know what the analogy. I don't got it. I don't have an analogy, guys. It's just like I'm just used to this. I'm used to I watched the NFC's championship game yesterday, and I was just like, with the Seattle game, and I'm like, we kind of like got the Seattle vibe, and even all that, but it's just like, man, just when the game's over, it just tends to not go our way since '94.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what the Jimmy fans and the Jimmy haters have to say about this after the game. To be able to go on Twitter and see the Civil War take shape, to see what they say about this offseason, about Trey Lance and the Trey Lance truthers and the
Man,
Jimmy G truthers going
that
at
shit
it.
is like, bro, I don't. That shit is just like, oh my gosh, like that. I don't like niggas is we are my bad. We arguing over that, right? Like I don't even like whatever niggas want to argue about Jimmy right now. Like, oh, so bad, bro.
That's what happens when you lose. But I guess I'm gonna wrap on that. Unless you have any other closing thoughts, JB. I just wanted to get on and be able to talk with the faith. We'll get a few comments in about the game, and I guess my answer to the question, I don't know if I'm gonna. I think I will. I think I will tap into it because it's like what's it called when people that abuse them or do all them the torture things and sex, a masochist, yeah, or whatever. Yeah, like I that's probably the energy I'm on with this shit. It's like I'm just torturing myself watching all these videos and the analysts, but it's like I feel
mean,
like
that's what being a fan is, bro. We torture ourselves, like we
yeah, and I feel like
ourselves.
I feel like it'd be untrue to myself to like tap into all those things if we win, but if we lose, like I'm gonna hide away from it. I'm like, nah, let me look at the same things and see what they're saying and
So
how they're
what's
gonna
the
break this
headline? What's the
down.
headline? What's the headline? Jimmy G or what's the headline? They
I
not
feel
even.
like it's more about the Rams than it is about us.
Yeah. I feel like they're not even really gonna talk about. They
Because
just gonna
Jimmy
talk
G
about.
had a solid game. It wasn't like he just had a terrible game and just wet the bed. You know what I'm saying? Like we couldn't run the ball. I feel like it's more about the Rams than it's more about Shanahan. Like
Yeah,
I
I
feel
mean,
like
hey, bro, even bro, this crazy, yo. Even throughout this run, like the media barely
talks
talked about
about
it.
us. Yeah, unless it's Jimmy G and how bad he is, or like yeah, that's it. I would say the storyline is the Rams getting a home game for the Super Bowl. Stafford, getting them over the hump to this point at least. McVay finally getting the monkey off of his back. But I
Man,
think the next thing is not Jimmy G. I mean Jimmy G's future, but in terms of this game, it's Shanahan and the Atlanta Falcons. The last year against, or 2 years ago against the Chiefs. Being able to have a lead and not being able to run the ball at the end, and the play calls. I know it's not the same situation as apples oranges, like you said earlier, but I think that would be the talking point from the game more than it would be Jimmy G like not getting it done, because I feel like it was more so Jimmy G like the magic wasn't there, but he pretty much was himself, and he had some big plays, had some bad plays, but the fourth quarter, I mean, 13-0.
yeah, man. Like, and that's like I
That's
said, we kind of like that was the narrative, like that we were kind of the more mentally resilient and tougher team. And just like man, just Stu Von Miller like guaranteeing victories. Like he make blogs, right? And he released a blog yesterday, and it was like about it wasn't talking about this week. It was like a week dated, so it was like him going into Tampa Bay talking about basically, and in the blog he's like, I guarantee we gonna whoop their ass, whatever. I guarantee we gonna win. Okay, bow. And then today in the morning, you get one of the reporters saying, I just talked to Von Miller. He guaranteed they was gonna win. Aaron Donald was saying that like in the press conference leading up to the game, like he said, my mentality is there's no way we're not gonna win this game. And it's just like damn.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. You just feel like it's like winners. You know what I'm saying? Like and I hate to say it because I hate their players and I hate like the you were saying earlier what'd you say about Jalen Ramsey the you said something about him when he was getting all emotional in the first half,
Sassy,
huh?
sassy.
Sassy Ramsey, like, and I feel like that applies to the whole Rams team, like the Sassy Ramsey, right? Like, the Odell Beckhams of the world, the Jalen Ramseys, the Aaron Donalds, always complaining and always, but at the end of the day, like those are guys that they're mega stars of the league. They carry this league. Those are guys that you see that in terms of the NFL hierarchy, those are guys that are always going to be on those top 100 lists. They're always going to be like those are the guys that are faces of the league, right? And you would, it's like, oh, they're winners, right? They're like, there's winners. And it's like all that because Kwasi Tark couldn't make that play. because he
Hey,
couldn't
this
make a
is what
winning
Eric
play.
Davis. This is what Eric Davis tweeted. Eric Davis, right?
Yeah, of course.
He said, I see it this way because I truly have been there. He said, Kyle didn't lose this game. Jimmy didn't lose this game. The secondary did. 3 dropped the pick on a bad throw that would have killed time in Rams' hearts. Then 1 gave them a free 15 when whatever. But
That play is overblown. I don't know why everybody's so upset about that. When you go low as a player, there's more percentage chance that you're going to get hit in the helmet. It wasn't like it was an egregious hit to the helmet. I know there's a history between OBJ and he wanted to get a hit, yada yada. You can. I'm sure that was a
I
factor
mean,
in
it was kind of egregious, bro. It was like, bro, like, what are you doing right now?
I don't
Like,
think it was that egregious because he was going down. It was like, you know what I'm saying?
exactly. He was like, he's going down, and like
He
you
was
going
trying to give
head
a big
first.
hit on him, and he was
I'm saying
going
you going
down.
head
And when you're
first into
going
him right
down,
now.
I know on the flip side of what I'm saying, you say, well, that's why you would hold off. But I'm not saying
all you
that
gotta
it
do is
wasn't
run in,
egregious. I'm
like,
just saying I
tap him.
feel like people are going too hard on that play.
No, I feel it, but
Let's end it on that,
did
man.
you see this, bro? This right here, this is the one that gets me.
Yeah, whatever, man. OBJ consulting fucking Debo, like, oh, man. Anyways, bro, let's end it on that, man. I don't even know what to do right
That's
now.
the one that got me, bro. That's the one that got Ace too. That's when we did it. He's like, what happened? I'm like, cause we lost, bro, and it was over, man.
I just
started breaking down, bro, and I'm like, damn, like I just want to cry and let it out, man. Like, what the f, dude?
there'll be more conversations. Shoot, we might even go back on tonight. I don't know. But just do something in a positive outlet. Don't do anything crazy, Faithful. I got a little on for this game. I'm not gonna lie.
Don't do anything crazy.
I mean,
Damn,
I'm just
this
saying.
one we
I got a
fucking-
little on for this game myself, and I don't even know what to do right now. I have it's just this team takes so much out of us, man. So much energy, so much time, and it's like there's
Bruh.
so many other
Hey,
things I could be doing in my life.
Let's look at the positive side, right? This is the positive side. I'm just trying to, at least for me, I'm talking for me, like the level of anxiety that I have had through this playoffs has been intense. So now I don't have anxiety anymore over this type of stuff. So, I guess there's that, just the level of wanting to win so bad, wanting one.
Bro,
Like I
that's
said,
crazy because we only had one more game after this. Like, I feel like what you're saying, but like, come on now, we would have only had
I know,
one
but
more
I'm saying
game.
it was gonna be 2. It was gonna be like, and then, but yeah, and it's like the Bengals.
Bengals. It wasn't even the Chiefs. Like don't. You know what I'm saying? Don't trick yourself that way. You know what I'm saying? Because look, man, like
Yeah, man.
who's there?
I know, bro. Like, trust me, I'm tired
I
of
think
losing,
I'm like
man.
I think tonight.
I'm tired of next year. I'm
Yeah. I
tired of
think
hearing
tonight
that.
I'm just gonna watch like a movie. I'm just gonna like watch like a movie. I think that'd be the best thing that I could do. Just to refresh, get my mind off of this for a little bit. It's just such a disappointing way to end the season like that.
It's gonna be the worst. The worst is gonna be just waking up tomorrow and it's like that sounds so bad,
but it's
like,
true. Speak on it.
When you wake up and it's just like, damn, like that Victory Monday feeling,
Yeah.
or that whatever I don't know what's the Loser Monday feeling. It's just that feeling like, all right, damn, we lost, man. It's like waking up after a heartbreak is the
Yeah, no,
worst.
that's not it for me. What it's it for me is like all the coworkers, friends, etc., who want to say something, whether it's negative, like how y'all lost, or whether it's positive, like, oh, I'm sorry, you guys didn't get it done. I'm really sorry. I know that really meant a lot to you.
That's even worse.
That's worse.
They're like, damn, that was a tough game.
Like you don't even know what this is about. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't even know what this is about, man. And but I know I'm gonna get that all throughout tomorrow. Like, oh, I'm sorry, and it's just like, man, I feel like I'm not even gonna respond to those messages and those I'm just gonna completely ignore it. It's just like, but I don't know. It's been fun though, man. It's been a fun season. I know it's hard to see that now, but it's been a lot of like to be at this point. Like, and again, I know I get it, but to be at this point. And to be one of the last 3 teams in it to the end, be that close, it makes it that much more frustrating. But it also gives me respect for Shanahan in a lot of ways, and it also takes away in some ways. But at the end of the day, it's been a crazy season. I think this
Sorry.
team does have a lot to build on for the future. It's going to be a crazy offseason. There's plenty of moves we need to make. I think the Trey Lance value for that pick just went down so drastically with us being, the third to last pick in the draft for this first round pick for one of those 2 first round picks that we have to give the Miami Dolphins. I think there's a lot of silver linings. We'll see how Trey can develop, if he's going to be the guy next year. A lot to talk about in the offseason, but for now, Stafford, the Rams, they got it done. McVay, I just looking at his pictures, his images, the video of him on the sideline, like I just felt like it was too much for him, and somehow they got it done. It's so annoying.
I guess Chris Sims is just like a freaking like just expert analyst.
Whatever, man. On that note, appreciate you, bro. This is the last post game show. We're done, so it's been fun. And if the Rams win the Super Bowl, God, and they're probably going to win the Super Bowl. Let's just throw that out there now. Like, they're going to win the Super Bowl. The Rams are going to win the Super Bowl. This was the Super Bowl right here.
I mean, that's the silver lining. Like, please let them lose. Like, please let them lose.
And let it be let them be like up 27-3 and choke it away.
No, because the difference is, you got Burrow and Chase and them boys. So, it'll be a little different. That's the.
Yeah, but their offenses, their defense is designed to stop that.
We need to do the Homer Simpson, like going to the bushes and come out as Bengals fans.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is with the whole Jamar Chase and all the weapons and different type, Joe Burrow, their defense is built to stop that type of team, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Rams defense is built to stop that.
Oh yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see.
I just feel like Joe Burrow tough. You feel me? Like he's gonna
get sacked plenty of times.
Yeah. I mean, he got sacked plenty of times. I mean, he'll get sacked, but I don't know. Like, I mean, I think it'll be a good game. Like, it'll be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, man, I mean, if the Rams
all the faithful that came out to the game, definitely showed out. Definitely was like 65-35, something like that, but didn't matter. The players let you down.
Didn't matter. Not a damn, bro. I guess I just wish the pass rush was more dominant, but it is what it is. Like, I just wish it was like more dominant up front.
They were getting it out quick. They had a good game plan. Bosa wasn't in the game all the time. He kept going out a lot. That's why I was calling you about earlier in the game, which I get it. Got to keep him fresh, but at the same time, like, you wanted to be Defensive Player of the Year. You want to be like, this is it. So I was a little frustrated by the pass rush as well. But Stafford was getting the ball out quick, and it's on the secondary to make some plays. Like, we were giving them a lot of space. We were just giving up everything, deep, intermediate. Ambry's young. He'll grow. He definitely became a lot better of a player than we imagined he would be. So there's some bright spots to build off of. But look, if Tart makes that pick again, like, how much are we talking about that? Like, they did their job. They made him rush 2 throws and, had opportunities to have 2 turnovers on him. That's all coming into the game. If you would have said you had an opportunity to get 2 turnovers on Stafford, that's all you can ask for. Like, I don't even think he got it 300 yards. I know the tight end was killing. I know OBJ was doing his thing and Cooper Kupp, but those are good players. They're going to do their thing. I'm not that critical on our defense. It's just that Tart play.
Bro. We needed our great defense to. I just feel like great defenses is supposed to make good off or good players look average. You feel me? That's how I feel like.
No, a lot of times great defenses let you do whatever you do best, and that's it. They won't let anything else get off. Like, the Warriors will let James Harden just go off, but not anybody else. You'll let that's the strategy too. It's not like they're a good team for a reason. There's good defenses do different things.
But I'm saying, bro, like,
we're able to get Debo. Like, Debo's gonna Debo every game, especially with our offense. Is like, take him out. People can't take us out. Because it's like great players are going to do what they do. But if you can eliminate Jimmy on these, that's what they're trying to do. Eliminate the run game. That's what they're able to do that. So, you can't do everything. When you're at this level, the championship game, like, players going to make plays, period. So, Debo, no. Couldn't get it done.
Debo.
Like, all that shit.
Damn it.
I've been trying to end this podcast for a minute, but it's just like I don't even know what to do, bro. I'm gonna tap in with you, JB. Appreciate y'all faithful. Make sure y'all follow us at 49x365. We just want to get on, do a quick little post game show. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. We'll give you all more content this off season. We gotta figure out exactly what we're
Yeah, I
gonna get
mean, bro,
into. But
honestly,
now,
to me. I feel like the off season, that's when the content is the best, or that's when it's
yeah,
like the best to make content, which is
no, I feel
whatever.
it.
So
We'll get some
yeah, we're
interviews,
getting
some
to the
features.
draft. Let's think about free agency. The draft. Fuck that shit, bro. I ain't fuck with that. None of that bullshit.
And start from square one with all the other rest of the teams in the NFL, including the Seahawks and the Raiders and the Cowboys and all these teams who all have high aspirations and want to come out killing next year. Like, let's start at ground zero with everybody, 0-0, with the Rams being the defending champs coming into next year. Like, anyways, we'll sign out. Appreciate y'all. Tap in with us. We out. One.